Hi again, everybody. Steve Hallstrom back here at Luther Family Ford. It is the November salute to law enforcement. Man, how the months go by. Brian, I had to put on a coat coming over today. That's the first time in a while. The months go by, but things are getting busy out here at Luther Ford. I had to park way back in the by the old used cars back there to find a spot to get in here today. So lots of good stuff happening here at Luther.
Yeah, absolutely. Inventory is good, but this weekend this week they're talking snow, so I'm not really looking forward to that. But I guess we can be fortunate we've made it this far. So.
Ryan knows I like these retro Broncos because he put like 3 inches away from my right elbow. Really cool looking vehicle. So if you are looking for a new set of wheels, make sure you get over here to Luther Family Ford, where Brian Mosier and his team will take great care of you. Want to say thank you to Chief Nielsen and everybody West Fargo PD. Great to see so many faces from the department here today. So thank you guys and ladies for coming over and being here with us today. Want to say thanks to Brian and his team at Luther Family Ford. We've been doing this for a few years, and it never gets old to come over and salute the great people doing law enforcement work in our community. The men and women of the West Fargo PD serve us 24/7, 365, and when one part of our community is served by great law enforcement, it sure makes a difference all across the metro area, and we're very thankful to be able to honor these local heroes today. With that said, it's time to meet this month's honoree, and I'm happy to introduce to you this morning's School Resource Officer Sylvie Schweyen. Sylvie, congratulations on being honored today. What does it mean to be made a big deal of by all these folks here today?
It feels really good to being a part of an awesome team with the West Fargo Police Department.
Yeah, awesome. And we want to say a special welcome to Nerlene. Sylvie's sister is here today too, so thank you, Nerlene, for coming and hanging out with us here a little bit today. So let me tell you a little bit more about Sylvie, and I want to say thank you to Sergeant Hansen from West Fargo PD for getting us this great report and bio on Sylvie. School Resource Officer Sylvie Schweyen is originally from Haiti, but she grew up in Fargo. After graduating from Fargo North, she attended Minnesota State Community and Technical College, where she achieved an associate's degree in criminal justice. Officer Schweyen started her career with the West Fargo PD in 2010 when she was hired as a police clerk. In 2016, she graduated from the Lake Region State College Police Academy in Fargo, and on January 3rd of 2017, she was sworn in as a licensed police officer. In May of 2020, Sylvie found her calling when she was selected as the first SRO for Heritage Middle School and Horace High School. She has remained an SRO ever since this time and is currently the SRO for Heritage Middle School. Besides being an SRO, Sylvie also serves as a department mentor for new officers and youth cadets, a member of the alcohol and tobacco compliance teams, defensive tactics instructor, and a member of the Peer Assistance Crisis Team, known as PACT. Since coming to the West Fargo PD, Officer Schweyen has been recognized several times for her hard work and commitment to the community. Every day she goes to work in the school where she truly cares about the students and staff. She works hard to not only make her school safe, but also mentors the students into making good life choices. The students and the staff at the school absolutely love her and never want to see her leave her SRO calling. At this time, I recommend Officer Schweyen be recognized for the Luther Family Ford AM 1100, the flag salute to law enforcement. Sergeant Patrick Hansen, Cops Unit Sergeant West Fargo PD. So let's give a big hand to Sylvie and say congratulations. All right, so Sylvie, it sounds like this job is just perfect for you. Why do you love being an SRO so much?
Oh man, it's getting to know the kids and like seeing where you start from the beginning when the kid is just not too sure about you, and then seeing them at the end of the year coming into your office, getting candy or talking to you and just letting you know what's going on in their life. That's pretty amazing.
So is this, so you want to go into law enforcement. Did you think even at that time that maybe working in the schools was something you wanted to do, or did it just kind of be an opportunity that came to you and you found yourself in a great spot?
You know, it was just perfect timing with moving out to Horace, and that Heritage was a brand new school in Horace, and I was also starting out as a police officer. So I figured just go for it and then we can all grow together.
Yeah. Why did you want to get into law enforcement? Why did that become something that you wanted to do?
I actually really enjoy working with people and getting to know all different types of people, and law enforcement gives me the opportunity to do that in so many different aspects.
Yeah. What do you like most about being in the school each day and seeing the kids and talking to them?
Oh man, it's getting them hugs. Like, it doesn't matter what kind of day you're having. They'll come up to you, they'll give you a high five, they'll sit in my office and talk about anything and everything, and then just getting those hugs is pretty special.
Well, we are a community that has grown and changed a lot over the years, and having people of color in our schools to be someone that they can relate to, some of our young people, is really important. Tell me what that means to you each day.
Oh man, it's crazy. Just having those kids that they can relate, and whenever they see me, like, you can tell there's a shift in it where they get a little bit more comfortable with having me there, so it's pretty cool.
So do you think being an SRO is something that you could see doing your entire career, or do you have other ideas of different things you'd like to maybe do someday?
Well, to be fair, I have many, many years till retirement, so doing the SRO thing right now, I think I'm just getting the hang of it. I wouldn't mind doing it for a little bit longer, but you never know.
How about somebody who's going into law enforcement as a career, maybe someone who's a few years younger that's thinking about it? What advice would you give them on maybe seeking a career in law enforcement?
Once you get into law enforcement, just take every opportunity that you can to grow and be a better person and be a better police officer.
Yeah. What are some of the challenges that come along with being in the schools day to day? What are some of the hard things that you maybe have to wrestle with from time to time?
So for me, that would be the thought of something bad happening. Just because when you're in the school, you're literally, it's you, and then you're protecting over 1,000 people. So just thinking about that day to day, but then also like getting all the training that you can, so you know you can make the right choices to protect all the people you're in charge of.
Yeah. I want to sneak over here and talk with Chief Nielsen for a minute. We read this great bio, but just speak to us from the heart, if you would, a little bit about what this young lady means to your team.
Well, Sylvie, I've known Sylvie for a very long time. Before she became a police officer, she actually worked as a support specialist, one of our clerks up front. So she's been around the police department for a very long time, and she does an excellent job as an SRO, as a police officer. Any extra duties that she does, she goes in all out, and she just does a great job.
Yeah. Awesome. Tell me a little bit about the SRO positions and what they mean to your team. It's obviously a really big part of having secure schools, and we can't have secure communities without secure schools.
Right. Well, we have a great partnership with West Fargo Public Schools. As you can see, we have some members of their staff here today. So our partnership is really good with them. We try to make sure that all of the schools are protected. If one of the SROs has to leave, we try to rotate an SRO to the school. So we just want to make sure that the staff at the schools, the learners at the schools, the children, everybody's protected, and we take that job very serious.
Do you have an officer in every one of your schools, or how do you staff the schools, Pete?
We try our best, but what we do right now is we have elementary school resource officers, and those three, they move around between the elementaries, and then we have one stationed in each of our middle schools and each of our high schools. So we try to make sure we get those SROs to as many elementaries as possible as well.
Tell us a little bit about what's happening in West Fargo. What would you like the community to know about what's happening in City West Fargo these days?
Well, as you can see, we got a great group of staff here that came along, and one thing you'll notice is it's No Shave November, and so we do have a motley crew with us today. But yeah, some trends. We've just moved into expansion of our police department, so we've completed that for the most part. So that's a really big thing for us to be able to spread out and be able to make sure that we have the spacing available. Some of the trends that are happening, we see the typical thefts that take place, the construction burglaries, those are always going on. And then here recently we've had some of the ATM jackpotting where they've went in and taken a lot of money out of some of these ATMs, and luckily our staff is vigilant and we're able to find one of the people that were in there and arrest them.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate that. Thanks so much to you and your team for doing all that you do and for helping us put this together here today as well. As we mentioned earlier, when one part of our community has good law enforcement, it makes such a difference across the whole metro. So thanks to you and your team for doing what you do each day.
Thank you. Thanks for recognizing us, and thanks for Sylvie for this award that she received.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to sneak over here and talk to Brian. Thank you, Sylvie. We're coming up on Thanksgiving and a time to be thankful for things in our community. community. And every time we get to see the folks that come in for these ceremonies, I am thankful again, all over again, for how great it is to have the kind of men and women serving us in the community that we do here.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, and all these departments that we recognize, they work well together, and that's the best part. You know, everybody's working together to keep us safe every day.
Yeah.
So.
Well, thanks for doing your part in honoring law enforcement, too. We sure appreciate coming over here and hanging out with you and your team every day.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Brian. All right, Luther Family Ford and Brian's team also donating a $100 gift card to Sylvie. And typically that's paid forward to a nonprofit or a charity that means something to the honoree. And Sylvie, you had an idea for a place that you thought that could go to. Tell us about that and why that means something to you.
I did. I'm going to donate it to the Salvation Army. Well, one, we've got the Red Kettle that's going on right now, and also anytime there's a major event, they're the ones that come to the scene and assist. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Great choice on that. We'll make sure that that gets over there as well. Sandy's Donuts also saying their thanks, and they'll be sending some goodies over to the West Fargo Police Department and here to Luther Family Ford as well. We've created an honoree section on our website, am1100theflag.com. If you click on the banner there on the homepage, you'll be able to see more about Sylvie and all the honorees that we've had in the program as well. In the days ahead, we'll be inviting her to join the Need to Know Morning Show on AM 1100, FM 92.3 with Kevin and Alex. And the last thing I always like to say is that at our company, when there is action taken by law enforcement and it makes the news, we give the benefit of the doubt to the people who protect and serve our community. Again, please join me, everybody, in saying one more big congratulations to School Resource Officer Sylvie Schweyen. And we'll see you back here next time on am1100theflag.com. Take care and happy Thanksgiving.